I should probably start to walk away. I'm hoping that you stop and make me have to stay, cause I'm floating in your orbit. Yeah, I'm stuck in your space. It's my luck, push me away. You understand, there's nothing left to say. Pull me back, take my hand, come on.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities.
Greetings. Welcome to the Mickey Flicky Crystal Palace up in here. This is Dr. A, and I am a crystal rock goddess. By the way, you know how I tell y'all, that I have multiple different personalities. This is my other personality. I'll stay in character. This is my other personality. For the record, before we get started, let me throw out some things here so y'all can understand where I'm coming from. See, now there's multiple different personalities. One personality is the crystal rock goddess. Well, we all the same person in the terms of what we call or how we address, right? However, I have one, the healer. There's the healer. And there's a street energy that just kind of like is hip and knows what's up with the streets. And it's way back pimp energy. Wait a minute. Let me coin this. Let me get this correct. So this is all jokes, y'all. This is all jokes, okay? We all joking before anybody come over here, so just make sure we don't clip that in video. So this other personality, street person, just kind of understands. It ain't no old fade, you know what I mean? It's a person that understands the streets a little bit more than the average bear, right? And that's who you're gonna be dealing with tonight. So allow me to introduce myself. I am the crystal rock pimp goddess. So, I would be dressed as so tonight. Anyway, and then y'all get the singer. Y'all get the crystal rock goddess that sings to y'all. And then y'all gonna get some other personalities. We just gonna go as we go, right? So, again, welcome to the Mickey Flick Crystal Palace, right? Check this out. Welcome to my house. Yeah, you gonna take your shoes off and leave them by the front door. You're gonna leave them by the front door. You're gonna stop at the crystal bar and grab your crystals and grab your you know what I'm talking about. You're gonna grab your stuff. You're gonna grab the libations, because over here we honor our ancestors, right? So Again, I'm just kidding. So when you stop at the Crystal Palace, make sure you grab your crystals and make yourself at home. And we're gonna talk about it. So it's three ways to become a crystal. One way will be typing in the chat or type. We don't call it the chat over here, though. But what you're gonna type, we call that the parlor room. The second uh thing that we call a crystal for you to enter into the Crystal Palace would be for you to just chill, hang back, and listen to what we got to say up in here. And we call that the what? We call that the boom boom room. The third way, of course, would be, and it's not the least way, is basically you or after the show. Don't leave you to play it for real. Ask me. Situations running wild with the guys, so you gotta be smart about it. Well, I love you. Okay, anyway, that's enough of that. Y'all know what it is. So y'all gonna hang back, and that's what we call the what? The outhouse gang up in this thing. Okay. So again, this is gonna some of this stuff is gonna be just satire, me being silly, and we just talking amongst ourselves. We're getting to know one another up in here in a unique way. And so I always advise people that if you have whatever, come as you are. You know what I mean? If you feel like being a different personality, you are more than welcome in here. You can be a different personality because I sure as heck am. I'm five different personalities. And with that said, you working on my street personality tonight. How you doing, TS? Welcome to the Mickey Flicky Palace. No, I'm not drinking nothing, I swear. I need to drink some water though, for real. But I just got out the tub. But anyway, so because we're doing Olivia, I felt like this particular personality is the only personality that can logically talk to her. The original Crystal Rock Goddess can't talk to Olivia. No. The original personality, the Crystal Rock Goddess, she can't talk to Olivia. How you doing, Mimi? Welcome to the Mickey Flicky Palace. You working with the other personality tonight. You're not working with the Crystal Rock Goddess. You're working with the Crystal cool cat daddy mama right, because when we talking to Olivia, you can't be sensible. You can't listen. You got to talk to her. She understands the street conversation. She understands the street because her mama didn't I shouldn't say this, but her mama didn't pretty much educated her logically upon how you deal with things up in the streets. You know what I'm talking about? So you can only talk to Olivia as that's why her Jasmine get along so well. Because Jasmine, it was a madam, see, and Philip was the imp. And so what they said is when you try to talk to Olivia, you right, tough Tony, right. You can't talk to Olivia in a reasonable sense. You gotta get a little straight with her. You know what I'm saying? You gotta lay hands. You gotta pop her in the mouth. Cause she don't understand no other type of language, and that's an unfortunate. And then what she'll do is call Karen on you. She'll be like, ew, and Karen, oh, pimp name slip back and slap me. But she was talking all that yin yang. So we had to bring the street element tonight because we talking about Olivia, for crying out loud. So we're gonna get started up in here. So I'm gonna further ado to bring I'm just laughing at myself. I can't even get this. I can't even get this personality out because I'm laughing so hard. Because I'm like, oh, I'm crazy, you know. But I'm trying to stay in character. You know what I mean? I'm trying my best to stay in character, but it's so easy to get out of character because it's funny. But anyway, we're gonna go to Olivia tonight. I'm sorry. Okay. So we're gonna try to I'm not looking at no they found my baby daddy. I don't care about them finding your baby daddy. But we gonna talk about these shoes. Cause I know Mimi, you covered that. And again, I promised today, I said, well, I'm gonna talk about those shoes that Olivia was talking about Gerard. And we gonna get into some really good conversation in regards to this. Okay. And before we get really, really heavily involved with that, we're gonna definitely kind of talk a little bit more about her just before we show this particular video. We're gonna do a ride along in the Cadillac with the diamond in the back. Because we talking about Olivia for crying out loud. Stella can relate. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. Anyway, so we're gonna first talk about this other title that Olivia had up her. Olivia first comes to the oh, I'm sorry. She comes to this video. I guess this video was a little bit, maybe this was after she did this particular video, right? Um and she said something about a single mom of 5. That is really funny. um I don't exactly, just help me to understand here. A single mom. Let me think about this. Let me let this roll off of my tongue. Let me roll off of my back of my esophagus. Okay, y'all ready? All right, let's deal. Okay, so I found, I said single mom of 5. Okay. Let's see. Single would imply that you had the children on the 3. Let's say maybe 2 single mom of 2, but single mom of 5. No, I would subtract 3 because Gerard would be more the single father until he gets married. Now, see, they not married yet, so if they not married, see, when you check the box, well, back in the day, now nowadays they give you a little grace. They'll say partnered, right? They'll say you partner. They'll say single, partner, married, divorced, or widow. Okay, so you have 5 selections. Now, back in the day, back in my days, because y'all know I'm a 70s baby. So back in the day, they will have, let's see here. They would just have single, married, widowed, divorce, and they'd be like divorcee, right? And then they'll have, did I say it all? I think I said it all. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You don't even get partnered at this point in time, okay? So I'm like, well, Olivia, if you were to check a box, you could say, well, Gerard would have to say single. Now, you can say single mom of 2 and 3 other children that come over on occasion. You know what I'm saying? That every blue moon or every now and then, again, when the father is busy and he need a little break, maybe you should define yourself more of a babysitter. That's what I think. I think you need to check that box and say you are a babysitter. Maybe that would be more the deal. So you could define yourself as a single mom of 2, AK slash babysitter of 3. Does that sound about right? Okay. So let's continue. Okay. So I thought when I saw that, I said, well, before we could even get started, I just saw this a second ago. This is just off the whim of the dome. This is, you don't make, the joke, the thoughts keep writing themselves. I don't create it. I'm ordained by God, and God just kind of throws a little salt, a little sugar, a little you know what I mean. Sometimes a hurricane, or sometimes, because I'm an earth energy, right? Because I'm a Taurus, so sometimes I get a little bit of all of that. because of my houses. I have different houses, and I get that 12 house in me, that Pisces sign. Sometimes I throw a little water in things, okay? And I'll go up and down the cell like fish do, right? Fish go up, they go back down, they go back up, they go back down, right? So I was just thinking that. But anyway, let's continue, Olivia. And of course, y'all know she 2 tons of fun. And of course, Miss 2 tons of fun. She wears this outfit that just don't fit her once again. But at least her hair is growing back. So that's great, Olivia. Maybe the baby. Sometimes when people get pregnant, their hair don't grow as often. Or maybe her hair is just not growing back because she had all that dye in her hair. Remember, she was blind looking like a fool because she thought she was gonna embody Marilyn Monroe. But if you notice and if you know anything about Marilyn Monroe, you would know that Marilyn Monroe did die a tragic death. Now, there are some, without me going into detail, now there are some conspiracy theories out there, and they could say that Marilyn Monroe was unalived by the mob, or Marilyn Monroe may have been unalived by the powers that be. Y'all know what I'm talking about, powers that be, or maybe they were both in on it, or maybe just Marilyn was took some pills and went to sleep, or there's the alternative, or maybe she unalived herself. I don't know, but there's some conspiracies here on the YouTube streets as well as the worldwide, and there's books and movies and etc. that have been written and shown throughout history. So I don't know for the life of me why somebody will want to tell of themselves as Marilyn Monroe, but that's just my thoughts. And don't get it twisted. I think Dorothy Dandridge is a pretty girl. But go, Lord and behold, I don't want to tell her my life like her. Now, if I had now I might buy a wig like her and may come to the bedroom and be like, hey, I'm Dorothy Dandridge for the night. I'm going to be Dorothy Dandridge for a couple of hours. But that's neither here nor there. But I want to tell her my life and I want to embody her spirit. But let's continue. We here. All right. Don't need no man telling me I do. All right. All right. All right. So again, I'm gonna try to cut back on the personality. My husband looked at me like, the hell are you doing? He's like, what the hell are you doing? Why are you doing this slip neck bent back? What are you, a 70s pimp or something? So I don't know if y'all may like, maybe this personality may be too much for you. Okay, let's continue. All right, sorry. Oh yeah, y'all know I'm not lying. Y'all know I had to bring that other personality for it because Olivia don't know Olivia can't, I can't, she don't understand nobody unless they talking street to her. So, but let's jokes, y'all. Godly, relax. Shut up. This is what I want to talk to all of you lady that pump your lips up. One thing that y'all probably don't notice, and this can certainly be quite the conversation. Um, what are y'all gonna do when y'all get older and y'all started growing? Even with the tattoos, I'm still like, yeah, it's just gonna be wrinkle tattoos, right? But at the end of the day, right? But the lip, when you start getting pumping up your lips and carrying on, what you gonna do when your ass get old? It's gonna be something to think about there. When you're getting them tattoo eyebrows and hey, I think they look good now. I thought I considered doing that, but I'm like, shoot, I got thick eyebrows. What I look like going to get my eyes tattooed, but they look nice though on some people. Some people do them really well, and some people, excuse me, not so much. Um, but for crying out loud, what do I say? Olivia, just I don't think you see, and I think sometimes when people go get a lot of surgery, and I've seen a lot of people who really, I ain't gonna lie now, you know what I'm saying? Some people I'd be like, yeah, I can see why you went got surgery. You know what I mean? On certain areas. Like, listen, do what make you feel good. You know what I'm saying? In that moment. And I don't think it's bad, but it's just not worth your life. Now, if it's gonna take you out of her, don't do it, obviously, right? However, if all streams ahead, if it's all a checkout and you good, everybody good, and the doctor's professional and he know what he doing, and your aftercare is the bomb, and you know what you're doing, and everybody's great, then that's beautiful. I have had two major surgeries, and I did go to a plastic surgery, a surgeon. Yeah, I did before, but not for cosmetic. I went and got my tubes untied, and I'm telling you, woo, Lord, I got them tied and had them untied, and so I'm telling you that woo, that was a beast. You hear me? But anywho, and boy, I met some interesting people up in that place. And I went all the way to Beverly Hills. You know the shrinking Beverly Hills? You know the one. Doctor, everything's all right. But that's a whole nother conversation. We have to save that for. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. I did. And I went to Beverly Hills, and it was crazy. And I had missed my plane, and something had happened with the plane. I don't recall. Man, some of that was, I'm dazed about that situation. But because I was heavily medicated afterward, not beforehand, right? But do the doctor's prescription. Hello. And once I was over with the pain, I was over with the pills, because I don't take the boy, y'all. I was afraid of taking them. I took them for the first day, boy. I was in so much pain, but that second day I couldn't take it. I was like, I'm not taking this stuff, because I was afraid. I'm afraid of getting addicted to any of that stuff. Cause people be wilding now. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And I got rid of them pills. I threw them away because I didn't want nobody to get it into anybody's hands. And people was like begging me to sell it to them. I was like, I'm not gonna sell you my pills. I'm gonna get rid of these. Are you crazy? Anyway, I threw them down the toilet bowl because I knew people would, if I would throw it away in a trash can, people would have jumped in that trash can and went and got them. Y'all know I'm not lying. Because it'd be a lot of people that junk. So anyway, um, so so I get surgery. Because I wanted to untie my unblock my tubes. So that was definitely, it wasn't for cosmetic reason, for obvious reasons, to expand family. um so one of the things is, I think that it's fine if there's something that you want to do. Just make sure you're healthy enough. Make sure you have the right doctor. Where I went to Beverly Hills, I received, it was a lot of great reports out of there. I did my research, and I found that a lot of them were really good, and I didn't have any complications during after the surgery. I did but they told me, they already warned me what was going to happen, could possibly happen. So, again, I still would recommend, if I can remember that doctor, I would recommend that people go and get there if they had their two side and they wanted to expand their family, or they wanted to release those hormones. Because if you tie your tubes up, I don't advise anybody to do that unless you have to, unless it's a situation where you have to, or, but again, so just be careful of that, because there are a lot of things that go wrong, because sometimes these doctors do certain times a day, do a whole bunch of surgeries times a day, and it can backfire. Mine was done bright early in the morning. I was the first patient, so I was so happy. Woo! Because I would have been going that evening, and I don't know how that would have been. That might not worked out. You know what I mean? But anywho, Olivia, let's continue. Let's go back to you. Okay. So here we go. Wow. Okay, so yeah. I mean, I just kind of think that with somebody like that knows how to do makeup, that's really into doing makeup and things like that. I know it looks like you just probably got your lip done again or something like that. Maybe you just left a lip appointment or something like that. I'm not even going to attack your shirt. I'm not going to attack the fact that we can see your bra, and I don't know how old you are, where you still kind of showing purposeful showing your bra. Normally people don't really do that. Now, if it's an accident, like maybe you have a shirt on, something like that. I have shirts that sometimes they may show your bra, but I have blazers, so I try to put my blazer over it. But sometimes things like that can happen. If you take the shirt off, then you might be able to see your little bra strap or whatever. Um, or you might put, because a lot of times I'll put like another shirt up on another shirt up under there if that's the case, right? But again, that can happen, but dang, I mean, this is kind of a 80s type of thing. We did this when we were younger in the 80s, like we were doing B-girl style. We was like B-girls, you know what I mean? So that's something more of a B-girl situation, you know what I'm saying? That's like a 70s, like a 80s thing where, they be like, the freaks come out at night. Oh, the freaks come out at night. What? The freaks come out. The freaks come out at night. You know what I mean? So certain things like that, do happen. You know what I mean? Um, so I find things like that just interesting. I don't know what your obsession with your boobies are, and I think that that's probably in your mind the best asset. See, that's why I really like talking about Olivia. I think a lot of times, when I talk about Olivia, I think that sometimes I analyze her to the ground. And do I like analyzing her to the ground? Not for real, y'all. But hey, I got a job, I gotta do it. But so anyway, so it just seems like she's still, I don't know if she's trying to, if she's still, she just kind of still acts like, how I tell you I have five personalities. I mean, do I have five personalities? Honestly, not for real, y'all. I just be exaggerating. I'm just playing. But no, I'm a Taurus, so I have mood changes, yes. Not really personalities. I just be playing with y'all. But and I play with my husband. I play with my family when I say I have five personalities, but I really have mood changes. I do. I'm a Taurus, for God's sake, And they can switch in moments. In a second. Okay. Uh so anyway, Olivia, back to you. I don't know. I think she has gone through different midlife crises. And see, the thing about these mommies is that they got to be honest with themselves. Number one, they're not as young as they think they are. They're not spring chickens anymore, right? They're becoming toward the middle age. See, the middle age can start around 30-ish. And really, to be honest with you, it depends on what type of life you live. And when you live a hard life, or when you make your life a lot harder than what it has to be, then this is what I would call this is what a midlife crisis looks like. Have I gone through a midlife crisis? Oh yeah, I'd have been through one. But not now. Shoot, I'm way past that. I'm like, girl, please. But yeah, so she's going through a midlife crisis, and it's self-inflicted, So I was trying to analyze this video, as I was watching it, Mimi's chat, and I was listening to it, and I was just like, because I just couldn't watch this alone, and we're not gonna watch this whole thing alone, because this whole thing forever, because it's just way too much. It's just I can't. I can't. And we might get into somebody else, or I just might lay the hell down because I got a very early morning tomorrow, because they're coming out to my new healing center, and they're cutting on the electricity, and they're cutting on, no, I'm lying. The electricity is already on. They're cutting on the gas and the water. I'm sorry about that, John. And then I gotta, like, they're supposed to be coming out and like doing to see how the sign is, how big the sign is, because I'm getting ready to sign and all that. Y'all don't understand. I gotta order my furniture tomorrow. It's just a lot I gotta do tomorrow. Then I know it's gonna be cold up in there, so y'all know I'm gonna take my little heater. Y'all know I got 2 heaters. I don't play. So I'm not gonna be on here all night. Is what I'm saying. But anyway, let's continue. But I will try to go live up in there, y'all. I'm not, I don't know what time. So, but just put on your notifications. But anyway, let's continue. Now, Olivia, I just, you just always, every time you come on here, every time, even when you are smiling, you always have a look of disgust. Like, I don't understand like, why you always disgusted. You're just always disgusted for some unknown reason, right? And I think it's really like it's really a situation where you just can't for once be honest with yourself. And I'm not saying for once, and I keep saying this over and over again, I'm not saying that Olivia should come up here and be like, yeah, I messed up me life. Yeah, yeah, I messed up with your rod. And yeah, I did last night that. Yeah, yeah, I did that. Yeah, and Cocalina, yeah, I did that. And I'm not saying she should do that, but I'm saying she should do that with herself. She don't even do that with herself, in my humble opinion. In my humble opinion, I don't believe she does that with herself. You know how sometimes in our lives, certain things I know I messed up, right? I'm like, dang, I kind of messed up with that, but it is what it is. Only thing I could do is just move on and try to do the best with what I have, or try to do the best with moving forward, right? But I don't dwell in my past. I talk about certain things in my past because it's over with. But for the most part, do I dwell in my past and my shame and the so-called shame? I'm not really ashamed. Let me just tell y'all, first of all, I'm a Taurus. I don't give a F. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Some stuff, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't have many regrets. Some things I just don't give a F about, and I feel like it's on you. You know what I mean? If you wanna keep on saying, "Oh, you hurt my feelings. Oh, doctor, you did this to me. Oh, you know what I mean? Oh, Mary, you did this to me. You know what I mean?" I apologize for something that I know that I did. But if I didn't really do it to you, I'm not gonna apologize. But I will, if it finds comfort for you, then I would. I don't know. It depends on what the situation is. Some stuff I'm just fucking. I mean, F it. I'm not apologizing for. And then there's other things I feel like, yeah, I feel you. I'm sorry you went through that. I'm sorry I hurt you. That was my intention. Or I can give some people legitimate apologies, and the people that I've wronged, I've already apologized legitimately, and other people, F you. You probably had it coming because you did it to me. I'm sorry. I'm just telling y'all the truth. And see, that's one of the things that's what's wrong with this world. That's one thing about like therapy and stuff. That's one thing that therapists don't tell. That's one thing that I didn't like about. That's why I didn't become a therapist, because I kept on battling. Like, should I just go to school to become a therapist? I'm like, no, because it's certain principles that I have that I just like, it's certain parts of therapy. I'm like, but I think therapy is really healthy for people, right? But I just feel like you have to choose the right therapist. But I wouldn't be one of them regular type of therapists and just listen to you ramble and not interject. No, I'm gonna cut you off. I'm like, no, I'm like, are you serious? Do you believe that? I'm be one of them kind of therapists. And see, they be the try to take my license anyway. No point in me doing it. So I'm better as a life coach, right? So I don't believe in people after a person apologized, and especially if nobody was unalived, or you didn't take that that someone's temple, and y'all know what I mean by temple. If you didn't take someone's temple, or you didn't, you know what I mean, there's some really great egregious things out there that people can do to you. But if it's nothing like that deep, after a person apologizes to you, then it's up to you to move forward in such fashion, and you have to assist that. Now you can wallow in that, you can stay in that pain, you can stay in that misery as long as you would like, but just keep in mind, while you stand in that misery, that other person is done moved on with their life. They got a yacht, mansion, 5.6 children, right? A gate, a white gated fence, maybe you're black if it's me, or purple, maybe if it's me, yeah, my purple life, you know. But it's just certain things that I just don't dwell in. I'm sorry. And I would never tell my clients to dwell in. I just want my clients to acknowledge how they feel about a subject. But they're not gonna keep going over and over and over. I don't like deal in delusion with my clients. And I'm not gonna allow my clients to be delusional um through our healing process, because they will never become successes for themselves, as successful for themselves. They will never get out of that mind state, and they will be stuck in whatever level. Like for example, a person that's getting out of jail, right? And let's say that he was wrongfully accused or whatever. Um, Again, that's not his fault, right? But at the same time, we have to think about certain elements. I don't know, maybe the fact that he was hanging with the wrong people, and the fact that he didn't snitch. He's like, I don't want to snitch, my partners, but I didn't do it. I understand that street code. I get it, right? But it's certain things that we want to be mindful of that, you kind of could have gotten out of it. Maybe if you had made a different type of decision. But hey, that's just me. But let's just go there about just somebody that wrongfully charged. Let's leave it at that. Wrongfully charged, and they get out of prison, and they're still angry about being stuck for however long. They have every right to be angry. And I'm not saying, hey, they should forgive the people that put them there, knowing full well that they didn't do it. Like say it's purposeful. I'm not saying they should go to the cops and say, hey, uh, Officer Jack, I forgive you. No, oh no, no, sir. I don't know. I don't deem you should do that. And I'm not gonna lie to that client and tell them that, but I would tell them that at some point in time they can't stay in that state mind that they were in before they got locked up. And the point I'm trying to do parallels here, and the point I'm trying to make is that's what Olivia has done. Olivia is still stuck from when she got she's stuck in several different places, right? She's still stuck in the mind state of being in the 8th grade, when she dropped out. Then she's still stuck in the same mind state when Gerard left her, and she keeps reliving it over and over and over, and every little thing that happens to her. See, she does it to two different ways. One, the junior high been stuck in, and she felt like she was bullied in high school. She felt like she couldn't finish high school because they were bullying her because she was light skinned, and she felt like she was pretty, and she felt like they was slut shaming her, or allegedly, uh because of that. And so there is a burden that a cross that her mother must carry, and Olivia makes it clear that Stella has to carry this cross. And she can get on here and say, oh, my biggest support system is my mom and my sister. But in reality, they're really the cross barriers that have to carry that cross that Olivia insists that they bring. I mean, this is like elementary life coaching, right? This is nothing. I'm not telling y'all nothing y'all don't know. I'm just pointing it out, right? So they have to carry this guilt around with them, everybody in their family, and everybody have to, and Livy knows what she's doing, that's why Stella's there. It's not just because Olivia got a mental problem. Yeah, sure. But that's also to add, it's because of guilt. And see, sometimes with people, when they do, even with people that have mental problems, they will certainly guilt you into guilt. You understand what I'm saying? Or people that have drug problems, people that have mental problems, drug problems, they will guilt you and massive manipulators and narcs, okay? And I'm talking about four separate type of people, but it's other people in the world, right? And they will try to manipulate you into feeling a sense of guilt, and make you feel guilty because maybe you stepped on their toe, or maybe you took their piece of candy, or you took their Barbie doll. Like, you may have a sister that she's like, you stole my Barbie doll. You stole it. As soon as you were born, you took daddy away from us. Daddy didn't spend time with me anymore. Or when that girl had the brother, the daddy was more with the son. not that he didn't love his daughter, but he knew he could help him be a man. And then the girl got icky because she was a girl, and he really didn't know much about how, he loved his daughter, but he just didn't know how to relate to her because she was a girl. So he might have kind of threw her more with her mom, you know what I mean? And of course, when she got older, she built that guilt on him and threw it on him. And yeah, he had a burden to bear with that. He still should spend time with his daughter, right? But at the same time, she can't keep throwing it in his face. He said he was sorry. He's willing to have a relationship with her now, and they can build on something stronger now. The brother is off doing his thing, and whatever. But Olivia's still stuck. So Olivia is the type of person where she's gonna make you pay for whatever reason, whatever you've done to her, if you was a partner of hers or whatever, she's gonna make, especially she's gonna make you hurt. Because and then too, Gerard, Olivia feels like, how dare Gerard move on with his life, and how dare he get somebody that look better than her. And it's a thing also where she thinks that he should never cheat on me. Look at me, I'm superior queen. I look better than Gerard. And she thinks she was too good for Gerard to begin with because she saw some old country black man, a black dude from Texas, that she felt like was uncouth, and she felt like, he's beneath me. And I know that was placed in her head, and he's dark skinned. And so she thought that she was gonna just, treat him any kind of way, and it don't roll like that. And she thought she was gonna separate him and ostracize him from his family, and no longer keep them, to break away. Because women like that, you have to watch women like her, because she has Karen tendencies. And when somebody has a Karen tendency, Olivia really is not. A lot, we keep saying Olivia's biracial, but Olivia not really biracial. I mean, she's, sure, biologically she's biracial, but Olivia's a whole white woman. And for all my white folks that come over here, I'm not clowning y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We're not gonna play this game here. And I speak straight, okay? I speak straight. I'm not finna to be tiptoeing through the tulips with your ass. I'm gonna tell you what it is, okay? She has been mental unstable since she was a teen. Yes, she does not want to grow up. She's a Taurus or X kids, and she lacks foresight, right? A lifetime of what? Poor decisions. Yes, ma'am, Chula. Welcome to the Mickey Flicky Palace. And so what happens is that Darla gets, I mean, not Darla, I'm tripping. Darla, girl, I'm thinking about you. I hope you're doing fine about your loss again. Sorry about your sister. But listen here. I just find it strange how nobody in her circle. And that's another reason why she can't keep friends either, because of the way that she moves and the way that she deals with people and how she treats them, like a teenager. You know how like teenagers go through friends and different things, but anyway, I just had to say all this to tell y'all to peep game, okay?
Good morning, baby. Happy Monday. I'm just joking, y'all. Happy Tuesday. Hey, everyone. It's all embarrassing. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Alex.
Okay, so while she run through speaking to everybody, we're not watching all that because it's not that serious. I don't care about who's all in her chat. I don't care what they saying to her or what they're lying to her and excusing her delusional energy. We're not gonna do that up in here, okay?
They don't give a fuck about money, especially when it comes.
Okay, again, so I had to say all that to say this. Olivia, you're talking about you don't give a F about money. Then if you don't give a F about money, then it's really like scientifically common sense for you to just pay the child support. If you don't care about money and money is not a big deal, it's no object to you, then you would just go ahead and pay the child support. You would have paid the child support before you tanked your channel on purpose so you didn't have to pay it. So you wouldn't have did all of that. You know, and then you made a point earlier, I mean later on you make this point about saying that basically you're the baby daddy and Gerard's the baby mama and this and that. Like, Olivia, do you understand that that some of you, I gotta talk to you like a PIMP. Some of you hoes, basically. I just gotta call you what I see. I gotta call you what you are. Some of you hoes, basically. God, I gotta be frank. Some of you hoes, basically, is the type of people who think that because the children don't stay with you, you feel like you're not supposed to do a lot, right? And I'm not saying, listen, now here's a situation. Here's the thing for me. This is me. If the child stays with you, if the child stays with you, do I believe that you as the primary parent, do I believe that you have to always go pick up your child from at their activities, school, taking them over to their friends' house, sleepovers, that kind of thing? No. I think that sometimes it's okay for the non-custodial parent to do that as well sometimes, but do I think that mostly it falls on, and this is just fortunately, this is fortunate that this is mainly going to fall on, let me cut this fan off because it's giving me it's taking the breath out of me. If it's the non-custodial parent, unfortunately, don't necessarily, I mean, they have a choice. I mean, they could do it if they want to. I know that's unfortunate. I'm just telling y'all the rules. I'm just telling y'all the real, right? So you could take a break, but when you're the primary parent, I know this from being a primary parent, okay? Um, it basically kind of falls on you. And if you have a support system like a mom or father, or if you have a sister, cousin, or whatever, then you could probably ask them to help or at times. And maybe you could ask the other non-custodial parent if they don't mind doing it. But more than likely, the non-custodial parent probably has a job or two and they already have like a fit schedule. Like, with non-custodial parents, they don't have to rearrange their schedule for the children if that's not something that's supposed to be. They don't have to. Let's just be honest. We're going to keep it real in here, okay? So Olivia, by you being a non-custodial parent, right? You have certain obligations, and one of your number one obligation, I hate to tell you this, before you even seeing it, to be honest with you, Libby, is paying child support. The second obligation would be for you to spend some time with your children. But does the time, let me tell you something, the rights that you could kind of now on the terms of you taking, on the terms of you I don't know, on the terms of you let's see, on the terms of you doing like certain things with them. Let's say for example, like if the children have a play to go to, do you necessarily have to go to it? Not for real. I mean, you should want to, of course, right? But is it a big deal if you show up or not? Not really. I mean, you ain't been showing up, right? Um, but it should behoove you to just make, this is a horrible situation, Olivia. Seriously, this is a horrible situation. And but it's due to you caused this, basically. It's due to your own fault. It's due to your own uh neglect. It's due to your own negligence, right? It's due to your own mind state. It's due to your own delusional. It's due to your actions, okay? There's consequences, and I'm sure, I don't know if your mother told you that, but my mother always told me that, and I tell my son that. My son won't be allowed. Give you an example. My son would not be able to play his game on Friday due to his due to his due to him doing something he ain't had no business doing. Sneaking on the game. sneaking on his laptop to play one game, and as soon as he tried to do it, I got a notification. I was like, I'm not gonna argue with him like, up, you're not gonna play the game on Friday, and I'll see how. And you gotta have to do extra homework. That's why he can read really good. Why, y'all? Because I, because that would be part of not just so-called, he would have to do extra work to get him to a certain level I wanted him to get to, but just because it's necessary, right? Um, because I told him that's his freedom. That's how he'll be able to do some things. And this little joker, why did I tell him that? This boy know how to delete. He know how to do all kind of stuff on that computer. Y'all hear me? I don't even know how he know how to do it, but he know how to do it. He done read up on some stuff. He only 8. He read up on some stuff. He know how to do certain things, but he don't understand that I know how to do it too. I know how to hack and all that stuff. He don't know that I have one of my degrees is in computers. He don't understand that, but that's a whole nother conversation. The point is, like I tell him, and we're not mad at him. We still gonna have fun. I'm still gonna continue on with my baby, but he just don't trouble. He can't play the game for one day because I don't play it. I'm not just Jasmine, okay? We actually do have limitations, and he might not even play Saturday. It depends on what daddy say. It's up to daddy. But for me, my punishment for him is Friday, tomorrow, okay? So again, I don't think that she ever really understood punishments and things like that, because if she understood punishment, she would roll. It's not just her having a mental issue, right, y'all? It's also the fact that she never really got discipline, and you can kind of tell, or structure. She never really had that because she will understand that when this happens, then this happens to you. You understand what I'm saying? I used to get punishments if I didn't do what I was told, or if I brought home a C or something. I wouldn't be allowed to do certain things. I wouldn't be allowed to join this or do that. If I talked back to my mother, if I did something I was supposed to do, if I snuck and did something, then they would take my phone out of my room, y'all. You know what I mean? I had my own phone. Back then, that was the thing, right? We didn't have cell phones back then until later on. And then the cell phones they had, mostly people either had them that was rich or they was drug dealers. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling y'all the truth, right? But again, she never experienced consequences. And see, Olivia so used to having control over everybody that's around her. She can no longer control Gerard because she never really, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, this is just my humble opinion. She never really loved Gerard. It was more about control. She wanted to see what she could do. For example, part of the control was taking him away from his family. See, she's one of them women that she's like a white girl, a white girl. And what I don't mean white girl in the sense of now now white women, we gonna talk now. Now some of y'all is cool. Some of will just be y'all just see people and be like, I know we're different. I know you're black. I know I'm white. I know you're Spanish or you're Mexican or you Afro Latina. I know that you or are you Chinese or you're Asian or you're Filipino or whatever, I know you're a different race, but hey, I think we can still get along and not and just talk through our differences and let's get to know each other, right? And then there's the white girl that is like a Karen that's racist, that's racist and that can't stand, that's probably a skinhead or KKK, whatever. And then there's the other white girl who doesn't really understand but wants to learn and understand, right? And she's okay too. And then then there's the other one who basically gets with black men or Latina men, have children with them, and don't really want to be associated with black women. There's those kind. Okay. And that's what Olivia mom is. And that's why Olivia was raised the way she was raised, y'all. So, okay. So let's move on from there. So the point is that when you have this type of mentality, and I know I'm going to ruffle some feathers, and if I ruffle your feather, oh well. it is what it is. Okay. So here's the deal. So with Olivia, you have to understand this about her is that she is used to control, and her mom was used to control. And when the moment that Olivia can't control you, she don't want nothing to do with you. And this is gonna not only work on her once she lose further control, because she's already losing control of those children. Now she can be with them way more than what she is, regardless. Let's say Gerard say, "Hey, Olivia, I'm willing to let you see the children a bit more. That's not a problem. We can go to court. We can work it out." She still not gonna have that type of respect that she should for those children. Okay. Number two, once it gets to the point where she can't control the children at all, and I'm not talking about, it's not just about respect, it's about control. Y'all understand? But once it gets to the point where she has no control, meaning she can't pull puppet strings with the children to go and attack Antonisha or Gerard's family, then she's not gonna want nothing to do with those children. Let's be clear about that. And that's why she left in the first place. She couldn't have no control, which is why she kept leaving and coming back, leaving and coming back. And so now that she has a little bit more leeway into the situation, where now that she has more rights, right? So now, I don't want to say rights, but she has more visitation. So now that she has more visitation. So she has typical visitation right now. First, she didn't have that visitation. So now this is typical of what what part-time, or I don't want to say part-time, but what visitations really look like. This is really what visitations look like, okay? And when you have this is a normal setting of how visitation looked before she barely had sight of the children, right? And so now she has a normal visitation situation, right? So now there's going to be so now she feels like she has the upper hand. And she thinks in her own mind that now that I have these rights, I can get more. No, ma'am, this is typical co-parenting. This is typical how visitation works. You know, usually the parent would pick a child up on a Friday and take them back on a Monday. This is normal. This is normal. So now she's going into a normal realm. She's into a normal sector. So now she got a little bit more balls, right? So now she got a little bit more balls and she can let them hang, you know. So now she can set her balls on the table and she can go, oh, well, I got it like that. Oh, I rock it. Yeah, Gerard. So now it's a problem, right? So, of course, and I agree with you, Mimi, when you say this. Number one, I do believe that Gerard is being paid with them shoes. Now, is he wrong for that? I don't know. Depending on how you see him. At the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I agree with you, Mimi, on that. Now, if you are co-parenting with somebody that is probably not the cleanest, I'm just being honest, and don't be mad, Olivia, but you're not the cleanest. It's not just about you not the cleanest, but I wouldn't send, because you're the type of person that if people send clothes over there with you, then you probably would mess those clothes up on purpose because that's the type of evil person you are. And those clothes, or two clothes nowadays, cost a little bit more than what you pay for, because we all know you go to the what? The junk bin. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to be fun, Olivia. You know you do, girl. But you go to the flea market. I mean, you don't even go to the flea market, you go to the Salvation Army, okay, to go get clothes. So, and then you pick the worst out of the worst to be funny. You being funny. You go get the worst type of clothes that the children possibly could wear that's not fit for a human being. I don't even know why they sell that stuff. They should be giving that stuff away. But it goes to charity, so I get it. But that stuff really shouldn't be out there on the floor. I'm just being honest with y'all, okay? But anyway, so she goes buys some clothes that's dingy, that they barely can fit. They fit them skeet. Robin Harris never comb when they're with Olivia. Okay. Only time she combs their hair is when she's doing pictures or something, or she's doing something on social media. If she's not doing anything on social media, they go anywhere. The hair is all over their head. They're disheveled. And it takes nothing, it's more than a notion for her to, all she got to do is get some detangle, some moisturizer, some detangling shampoo and oil, uh, and just comb their hair. It's not hard. Okay. It's not that hard for real. It's like, how do you not know how to comb the hair? You're their mother. Okay. You're their mother. And when you're their mother, you should know how to comb their hair by now. They've been with you for all this time, and the whole time that they've been with you, I've never seen their hair really comb. Even when you call yourself making it look decent, it still ain't right. It still ain't the best looking hairstyles. Okay, let's be clear about that. But you don't want to have that conversation with me or anybody else. Okay. And so when you have them, and then the stuff that you put them on, especially, let's talk about that time when you were with Zolo. When Gerard left, those children image, energy, and self-esteem deteriorated because of the way that you kept them looking junky. They weren't really clean. You was barely feeding them. You was just calling Uber. And then when you did cook, you was barely cooking. It looked horrible. You was doing the Jasmine, basically, okay? And then the only time your mama, I don't know, I still wouldn't eat that food your mama made, but I guess it's better than it was before. So I'm gonna say that. But it don't look good. It's not very advertising, but whatever. Um, I don't know. Sometimes something that doesn't look good might taste good, right? We all been there, right? But I don't think it do, because when you talk about somebody making dressing, and they said Stella made dressing, I said, what the hell was that? That don't look like no dang on dressing. I said, they couldn't possibly be dressing. I don't know what kind of dressing that was. I said, I ain't never had no dressing like that. Where they make dressing like that at? Okay. So anyway, it's just your mind state. It's your mind state of affairs. And it's just like, you one day, and if I was Gerard, I would really get a gag order on you to shut the F up. You would not bring up my name. You wouldn't even be allowed to let those children. He's kind-hearted, because I would be so hard on you, child. My children wouldn't even be allowed to be online. I wouldn't even post them online at this point. But you damn sure wouldn't have them in your video no more. You wouldn't be you be using the only people that you'll have in those videos, those two children that aren't mine, the two other children that got other baby daddies. Those are the only ones that be in your video. My children's voice couldn't even be heard in the video. That's what would happen. Since you want to play all these games and you want to run through all these situations and all this scenario, then you wouldn't be allowed to even place them in nowhere in your video. Since you won't play them games. And I'm telling you, Olivia, it's not wise for you to keep doing this, because every time you have come up here on the internet, on the YouTube streets, and on any social media, and put Gerard's name in something, it's always ended badly for you. And it's because of God's not playing with you. God's little child. Remember my thing I did on her? God is not playing with you anymore. God is sick of you playing like you don't know no good. You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna keep playing with you, and the more and more you keep knocking on your daddy's door, the devil, because you antichrist. Yeah, I know I'm washing clothes right now. I just got a couple of clothes to wash, couple of loads, because we just made them today. Okay, y'all know what it is. But the more and more you keep knocking on the devil's door, something always your father always shows you who knows best. The devil. And the devil's a tricky little son of a gun, right? The devil will make you think you winning, and when you look up, you ain't winning. And I'm telling you, Olivia, if I was you, I would stop playing with Gerard. I would not keep coming up here to these streets. Because one day you're going to end up in somebody's penitentiary. I'm trying to tell you, Olivia. And you're going to be really hurt. I'm telling you, this is going to get really ugly, Olivia. If you keep coming up on these streets, first of all, the first time you try to accuse Gerard of doing something unthinkable, right? She tried to allude to Gerard doing something egregious. You know what I mean? When she did that earlier. And I'm telling you, Olivia, you better cut it out. Because Gerard's lawyer is gonna one day they trying to build a case on you. I think you better recognize somebody's trying to build a case on you. In my humble opinion, I don't talk to Gerard. Gerard has never said this to me, so it ain't like I know, right? But somebody's building a case on you. In a minute, you're gonna be looking up, and you're gonna go back to having supervised visits. And we're not talking about Stella either. We ain't talking about Stella because Stella, they're going to put her part of the case is the problem too. Okay? Because it just kind of comes off of it because she ain't getting you together. And that's what they would have to do is to get her together. Like if she does this, that, then this, that. And you better look up because somebody been on put your butt in the psych ward somewhere and make you have to take medication, and you be done had a Britney Spears on you. I'm trying to tell you, Olivia, you better cut it out. But somebody's not playing with you. But let's continue.
Comes to my kids, and I
Y'all
never
want to hear
did.
me talk. Y'all want to live this.
So I'm in this situation where my kids were taken from me. I did not give them up. I did not say, here you go, take them. I don't want them. They were taken from me. So
well, why were they taken from you, Olivia? I mean, you kind of did give them up, though. I don't think you see it as that, but you kind of did basically hand them over because if you was really about that life thing, you would have been doing what the judge had instructed you to do. You would have did that plan that they asked you to do. You would have made sure you would have cleaned up your house, made sure them children went to school. You would have did whatever you had to do, and you wouldn't have just left and not told Gerard where you was going and not alienated him from, being a father. Let's be clear about that. But, you did what you did, so this is what happens. Okay? But we're not going to lie in your delusion. Your people, I feel like what Tupac say, your people can tell you whatever you can, your people that you talk to, you can tell whatever you want, but you and I know what's going on against all odds. That's exactly what it is. It's against all odds. We're not gonna play and sugarcoat and put taco powder on your butt, tip through the tulips. I do none of that, Miss Olivia. We know how you are. We know you got some mental defects, and nowhere am I making fun of somebody with a mental problem because it's just not funny, right? But at the same time, even a person with, and just because, and let me tell y'all something, okay? Probably I'm eating a breakfast bar. I know it's not breakfast, but I want one. Just because a person has a mental problem does not give them the right to be a bitch toward anybody. Okay? Just because she has a mental problem, it does not mean she has to come on here on this thing and lie on people and be evil. Okay? Not to say that she can't help it. She can't help it. Not everybody that got a mental problem is evil. Okay? She evil. Okay? Evil, bitter, disgusted, busted, broke, and stupid. Okay? Alright? So, y'all can let her keep rocking y'all to sleep, but she ain't gonna rock me to sleep. Okay? None of these garden tools up on here is gonna rock me to sleep. Because I'm not sleepy yet. And if I do go to sleep, it won't be because of what they said. Okay? Let's understand that. But I'm telling y'all that don't allow, because this girl got a mental problem, that you can't tell her what it is. Okay? It's many people around the world that got a damn mental problem, okay? She ain't the only one, and she won't be the last. Probably some of us in here got a damn mental problem. But does that negate for you to be evil? You gotta be evil because you got a damn mental problem? No. Do you have to be a bitch? Prince told y'all in that song. He said, you don't have to be a bitch to rule my world. Didn't he tell y'all that? Did y'all listen? You don't have to be a bitch. You don't have to be bitter. You don't have to be anything. All you got to do is do what you're supposed to do. And that's pay your child support. And that's with anything. Normally, if a man sees a child that comes over his house, that's the man I know. Now, if just as a parent, whether you're a parent or not, if a child that normally comes over your house, shoes are too small for them, or whatever the case is, a normal person, not just a parent, but a normal person, and I know we're not talking about a normal human being. We're talking about Antichrist, okay? All right? A normal human being will take their black ass, take their black butt. She's not black. We're talking about Karen, this white girl. She go take her white ass and go buy this boy, just buy this girl some damn shoes. That figure. It's just that simple. They're in your care. Mommy, mother, they're in your care. So, it would make sense for her to go ahead and buy them. Is there a discussion and just have some shoes over to your house for her to work? Okay? Simple. Handle your business. Pay your child support. That's it.
That's number one. Number two, the other party got on here and tried to ruin my reputation here.
Wow. Olivia. Okay. I'm here with this breastplate bar. Olivia. He did not try to ruin your reputation. No, Zolo did that more so. But you ain't hitting at him. But whatever. No. You came on here, you and your lying mother said that Gerard tried to kidnap your children. You clowned this man, said he was sleeping with ladies of the evening. Pimps up, hoes down. Right? You said he was sleeping with ladies of the women, a lot lizards. Right? And he was beating you and he was doing all this. And he basically told you, hey, I'm not sleeping with no prostitutes. And then he also told you that he never hit you. So why you lying? To your face, and you just stood there like a bump on the log. Like Bill on the hill. I'm just a Bill on the hill. Oh, pray that I do. Would I still just a Bill on the hill? Exactly. You that girl. So if it was all like that, you've just done a lot of stuff about him. As far as I don't know why he lasted so long. You took his manhood. Gerard, don't be bad at me, but this girl, thank God you got away from her because she was taking your manhood daily by day. I swear. She was trying to turn you into I don't know. She was trying to cut your manhood off. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? She was trying to cut your gold member off, okay? I'm just being honest. She was trying to make you into a eunuch. That's what she was trying to do. She was trying to make you into a eunuch, okay? She was trying to take whatever that she could out of you because she just wanted to hurt you, period, in general. That's just the type of person she is, okay? Anybody that get with her, that's a child of hers, that's a loved one of hers, that want to be a friend of hers, that deals with her in general, outside of YouTube, this is what you get. This is how she treats people. That's just who she is, y'all. She's the Antichrist. What do y'all expect, right? Right? So, So I mean, so right there, we're gonna kill all that. I mean, we're gonna unalive what you just said. It's just silly, okay? But let's continue.
On social media, that played a part on me getting demonetized. So now I'm not making as much money.
Well, you got demonetized because you wanted to get demonetized. You got allegedly, if you still demonetized, but you still getting chats and all this stuff, and people that get, that like, come on, Livia, we're gonna cut this out, okay? But all right, that's not what played a part in it. Actually, let's just tell when it has started. You losing people's views, or really becoming a lesser content creator in comparison to the way you was, or you was growing, was your fallout with Chrissy. Started with that fallout with Chrissy, that trip y'all went on. When you fell out with the Mamiana gang, right? Then when you became Jasmine friend again, people came back to you that followed Jasmine. But Jasmine lost a lot because of Chrissy. Because she fell out with Chrissy because she was telling you her stuff. People love her. Then when you and Jasmine got into it again, or when you came to spread her business here on YouTube streets, then you lost a lot of people off of that. Then when you accused your ride of kidnapping the children, people stopped messing with you because that was really dangerous and sick. And it's the very same thing skinheads, KKK, and people who don't like black people do. That was the most racist stuff. It's not even colorist because you're a racist. Because you're not really a black, you're not even half, you're not biracial, you just scientifically biracial, but your mind state is not of a biracial child. You are a white girl who is a racist white girl on top of that, okay? You're a racist white girl. That's what you are. So, because I can't just call you a white girl, I gotta define this type of white girl you are because not all white girls are like that, okay? But you certainly are. So let's continue. So the next thing you talking, but I'm not. If you get to be too much out of pocket, I'm just gonna do my own. I'm gonna speed you up, okay? I'm gonna try to address most of what you say because, girl, I got stuff to do, okay?
As I used to make, I'm not making any money from this platform, and that's a problem.
But you can sincerely go to all social medias. You can actually go back on OnlyFans for real. If you ain't making that kind of money, you can go take your ass back on OnlyFans and put them pink drawers on and let people pay for piglet dancing. You know what I'm saying? Just weird. Like, girl, I don't know. It's just, I think at some point that you have to figure out in your mind, you just one of them type of people. Excuses, my mother always said, excuses are only good for those that make them. And you make a lot of excuses to why you're not doing what you're supposed to do. But then when Gerard had to pay child support, you got it in 2 states, right? Actually 3, right? If you count when she was in California, if you count when she was in Texas, she got it from Texas. She got it from in Florida. She got it Texas. I mean, I'm talking about 2 separate times, but nevertheless, she's gotten child support before. She's acting like she's never gotten it, y'all. So I'm just being clear about that. So it's like, again, what the delusion? It's not just delusion, y'all. She's straight up lying. We say we're so nice in this. We're very nice as commentators or whatever you all call yourself. Whatever title, investigator, whether you're the investigator, whether you're a reactor or a commentator, or you just here on YouTube talking your ish. I'm on here talking my ish. But the bottom line is this, is that if it was all like that, Olivia, handle your business. I mean, If it was all like that, then you can go get a job, You will go back to school. You have a babysitter. You have a living babysitter. And I'm not going to call your mommy Mimi the maid. I have called her mommy the maid, but today I won't do that. Although your mom's not that much older than me, so I could talk about her, okay? So I would just feel like this. So you can always get you a job. You can always go back to school to get your GED or even really a high school diploma if that's something you would like to do. But either way, you could actually do that. They have certainly a lot of classes or tests or people that could help you to pass to get your GED. It's not as bad as you may think. And you should believe in yourself enough to do that. And it will make sense for you to go back to hair school. I mean, go back to not hair school, but you need to become a makeup artist, a skin, what they call it, an esthetician. You should try to become an esthetician. I would think. I mean, not that your skin looks great. Normally, when people are estheticians, they have really good skin. Or they have really beautiful skin. You wouldn't, unfortunately, not necessarily, but definitely going back to school to be a makeup artist, going back to school maybe to do nails. I mean, there's a lot of different things that you can do. And I'm telling you, you may be able to make some decent money at it. But right now, you need to do it while Stella is in a position of keeping your children, because in a minute, Stella not gonna be able to do all of this. And I'm telling you, you need to utilize this for what it's worth instead of sitting this little used raggedy. I can't call nobody car used because I got 2 used cars out there. But hell, they got great engines and stuff. But so I'm not gonna talk about that. But I'm just gonna say that while you sitting your fat dumpity dump in the car, you could be instead of talking about this here mess, you could actually be strategizing about your future, because you're the one that's saying and claiming that you broke. She got 7.6K views. It's not even worth what you're talking about. The stuff that you're talking about in here, it's not even worth the views that you got. You should be well past, you should have way more than that. You understand what I'm saying? And you really should be strategizing about your future, because what's happening right now is not working. Like, it's like bumping your head over and over and over again, expecting a different result. You're not going to get a different result because you're trying to do the same thing. The song, don't force, don't force, just relax and let it go. You know what I'm saying? You trying to force something to fit that just don't fit. And Gerard is never going to co-parent with you at this point in time. Maybe years and years and down the line, if something emergency happens with the children, then y'all won't have a choice. And hopefully it never gets to that point, right? Because I don't wish that for either one of you all. Okay. I don't wish nothing like that for either one. And I think I think you're the Antichrist. I know you're the Antichrist. But I don't wish that for no child or no one. I don't care who their parents are or who the child is. I don't wish that upon a child, okay? So let me just throw that out. But hopefully that never happens to you all. But what I'm telling you is that you gotta relax. You gotta chill and just go and get you a job and go and work out your plans for your future. Go back to school. Going back to school for a nurse, I'm not trying to be funny. I got to be honest with you. I think it's too hard for you. I'm not trying to, don't be mad at me. I think it's a little bit hard for you, too hard. You know what was hard for me? Because I was going to go back to school for a nurse. But you know what was hard? It wasn't the book work. The book work was easy. You know what was hard? It was like the patients, then they had to vomit or they had bowel movements and stuff. I was like, "Bleh." So that's why I never got. Yeah, I'm a steam facilitator, and I still yummy steam facilitator, and I cannot, I just don't want to smell nobody else's. And I had this one client to come in here. That was my last client. I was like, I just give the herbs. I make the herbs and I give it to them. And I even have I have a steamer that people can sit on and everything. But I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'm good. So I'm telling you that you definitely need to just be honest with yourself. And you could pass the esthetician stuff at work. It's not hard at all, but it takes dedication. It takes dedication. Doing nails, I mean, doing hair, hair, you can't do hair. Let's just be honest. So we're gonna say doing nails and doing makeup, makeup artists, that's like really not hard at all. That would be really easy. It's just about dedication. It's about dedication, and it's about really trying your best to get through it. I mean, and doing what you say you're gonna do and committing to it. Olivia, number one, you have a problem with commitment. Like, not even as a mother, you have a problem with committing to things. Like, you can't even commit to being a mother. Like, for real, your mother is raising your children. I mean, y'all in the same house, but you know what I'm saying? It's like you can't even commit to barely be a daughter. Your mom sometimes has to come out and tell you to bring your ass in the house because you out there talking on live. You talking dumb shiggity when you should be having your tail in that house and handling your business. I mean, and I don't really care for Stella because Stella enabled you, right? But Stella still deserves to. But again, Stella, you laid your bed, so you need to lie on it at the same time. You the one created this monster, so this is what happens. Okay, so if you let go of the guilt and you make one or two choices, if I were you, you know what I mean, either take those children and raise them, or leave them with her and let her figure it out. But you just kind of give me, it's not just you helping her, but you give me couch diving energy too. Now, you may have money. I don't know. I'm not in your pockets, but you give me the energy of diving in, energy. But let me shut up. Let me shut up. I still am going to say nothing about her. But the point is, you got to figure it out, Olivia. It's up to you. While you have that babysitter there in that house, you have your mom to babysit your children, you have to figure out what you want to do differently with your life. You're on here complaining and talking about how broke you are. You don't have this, you don't have that, and yada yada yada. You don't have custody. Your children were taking from you, and you're not able to see your children the way you want to. And then when you do see them, their hair is not combed, it's not professionally done, they shoes or clothes don't fit them. Instead of you taking your grown ass out and going to buy these things and going to take them to go get their hair done or paying the child support, maybe you paid the child support, they will be able to do this. Or maybe you just jealous that they don't go on trips. And so, the fact that every time they do their hair, when they come over there, their hair is done fresh, but you taking it down. So what you expect? I wouldn't keep doing the hair. If I was Antonisha, I'd be like, look, Gerard, I'm not going to keep combing and braiding these children hair if your ex-wife or their mother is going to keep changing it. So Gerard can also, Halle Berry even had to deal with this. Halle Berry's first baby daddy, what was his name? The model. This fool, she would, try to wear the little girl's Nyla, whatever the little girl name is. She would try to keep the little girl hair natural, and the guy and her daddy would put perms in her hair. So she had to take him to court and basically have it where she was like, she didn't want her to have perms in her hair because he said he couldn't comb it and it was too much to comb, so he put perm in it. Okay. Again, this is what happens when you choose this type of woman, Gerard. This is kind of on you, Gerard, all due respect. And I like Gerard, right? But Gerard, you did choose this woman to bear your 3 children. I mean, after the first one, you probably should have rethought your whole future with this child. You should probably just made one baby and kept it moving and didn't lock up and just left her alone and took her child support. Took her child support, and she got out of control and snatched that baby from her. That's what you should have done. But anyway, whatever. Just neither here nor there. But again, so she has to figure out what she's going to do with herself. She has to figure out if she's going to what type of job she's going to have, because a lot of jobs nowadays you have to have a high school diploma. Like I'm telling you, none of the jobs I've ever worked at, and even when I was just freshly out of high school, when I freshly got out of high school at 16, um I had um I the jobs, even the fast food restaurants I worked at 16, required that you had either you were in school to get your diploma, or you were getting your diploma, or you already had your diploma. You couldn't sit in that class, you couldn't sit at the register and not know how to do your thing. So for me, so I would think, but Olivia doesn't have no intentions on really getting herself together. And at least Jasmine, I mean, I know we talk stuff about Jasmine, but that whole whether or not y'all think it was a legitimate school or whatever the case is, that girl got a bachelor's degree, which is more than Olivia. Olivia doesn't even have a high school diploma. Who in the hell? Seriously, I've never heard of anybody dropping out in the 8th grade. Like, seriously. In the 8th grade? That's illegal. Do you know, if she had lived in St. Louis, or she lived somewhere that I knew of, they would have arrested her mama. If she had dropped out in the 8th grade, her mama would have got arrested. Anywhere else in town, or maybe because she a Karen, I don't know. Maybe that's white privilege. I don't know. But I tell you what, that just doesn't make sense. You know, she just got all these excuses. That's why I don't like looking at her, because it's no redeemable quality. She doesn't tell you anything that she wants to do. She doesn't talk about goals. You don't even see her doing goals. And Jasmine say, "Well, hell, I want to lose some weight." This bitch is on the damn diet, and this bitch is actually losing weight, y'all. Come on now. Come on now, for real, y'all. Y'all don't have to like Jasmine. I don't like her. But personally, I think she's a horrible, deplorable mom. We already see that. We already acknowledge that. She favors that little boy. She favors that little pumpkin head boy more than she loves those other children. Let's be clear about that. And if a man come in her life, she loved the man more than she loved the children. And if she have a baby with that man, that's the baby she gonna love. Let's be clear about that. But whatever. We already know that. I don't even have to go there with y'all. Okay. I shouldn't even have to explain that, but I do for some of y'all raggedy muffins in the back that's gonna come up here and try to say, Jasmine's bum. I already know that. But anywho, Olivia basically is not, always talking about, you don't never hear anything about her aspirations in life. She talks about it, but you don't never see her even trying to halfway get to them. And don't get twisted, Jasmine don't have no aspirations besides losing weight and getting on plenty of fish and getting her a man. But still, you know what I mean? That's more goals than Olivia got. Olivia sit up here complain. Jasmine don't even complain about Chris. Now she complain about she don't complain about what he didn't do shit for her. She just moan over why he ain't with me no more. I mean, it's still, well, I take that back. That's pathetic, but whatever. Um the point is, Olivia is still reliving the first moment that Gerard left her. And she keeps trying to make it, she's just like a bitter baby father. And she keeps trying to make it about the children. It has nothing to do with the damn children. It has everything to do with her feeling like, how dare he leave me? I am better than him. That's all it is, y'all.
Problem, because I can't do the things that I need to do for my kids.
And that's okay. So why, if you can't do, okay, now we're talking. Olivia Doodoo Funky Dirty Foot Johnson. If you cannot do the things that you can for your children, then why in the F do you think you need some damn custody? Why in the fuck? I'm sorry. Why in the fudge Do you believe that you should have custody of your children if you can't support them? That is common sense because his little child, the child support he will pay you will not be enough to live off of, ladies. Ladies, please, if you're listening to the sounds of my voice, if you are using child support to live off of, I don't know how. Unless your baby daddy is Nick Cannon, Rick Ross. Well, Rick Ross don't pay you. Shoot, you be dumb to have a baby by Rick Ross. Rick Ross got some good lawyers, apparently, word on the curb. But Nick Cannon, like if you got a kid by Nick Cannon or hell, I wouldn't even have no baby, not even Future. Hell, he I mean, I guess Nick Cannon and Usher will fight you for his custody of his children. Nick Cannon and who else? I don't know. But anyway, unless your baby daddy's a millionaire and he's too busy to have the children or something. But these ninjas is not millionaires, okay? So what I would advise you to do, Olivia, is to get off of your can and get you a goddamn job. Stop sitting online complaining about this ninja and the shoes and the this and the that. Go handle your scandal. If you cannot afford to take care of your children, then you don't need your children in the first place. So maybe you need to cut back on your weekdays with them since you can't afford them because it do cost with them there at your home. So maybe you need to go back to the visitation that you originally had, then you don't have to worry about all that money that you will be spending by them being there.
You feel me? It's like it's like a really fucked up situation for me.
But it's not about you, and I think that you need to really look inside of yourself and understand that it's not about your ass no more. It's about the children at the end of the day. That goes for you. That goes for Gerard. I mean, the judge sees it. Excuse me, the judge already knows what it is with you, Olivia. That's why they treat you the way that they do, right? Now they did want you to spend more time with your children. They testing you to see how you're going to do with this, and if you don't handle this, you only got one job, and it's just picking up the damn children, spending time with them, helping them in the best way that you possibly can. Don't F them up. And then taking them back over to where they need to be with their father. That's all you got to do, Olivia. Don't be calling, asking them questions about who's doing what. If something was happening to them, they would tell you. Stop coming online with this mess because you are in the long run going to hurt your children. And they're going to look back at all of this and it's going to be a problem. I'm telling you, Olivia, you are turning your children against you now. You're turning all of your children against each other. You're turning them against you and you're turning them against each other. And the way that you and your mother treats Christian, y'all hoes ought to be ashamed of yourself. For real. You treat him like shiggity. Okay? But let's continue.
because I was doing really well for myself without any help, without anything, and I was put into this situation. So
No, you was not put into the situation. You put yourself into the situation. You should have gone by whatever the courts asked you to do. You should have had you a lawyer. You should have not been sucking on people on the media for the whole wide world to see. It was really embarrassing. You embarrassed yourself. You made a spectacle out of yourself. You made a spectacle out of your with JJ. You made a spectacle, embarrassed your family, your children included, as well as your nasty mom. And oh boy, Zolo Band said your mom was on the couch playing with herself in the living room, and that was disgusting. How about you all have managed to do enough with y'all channels and y'all lives, and y'all have embarrassed the hell out of each other. So if I was you, I would just shut that Bart Simpson lip injection self up. I would shut up because the stuff that you talking is just crazy and embarrassment to you and everybody around you. Again, I keep saying the same thing.
So now I'm put in a situation where I have to pay this person child support.
So just pay him. He had to pay you child support. Okay, so I'm gonna go past there because you already know you have to pay child support. It just is what it is. Now, I do know that there are certain cases where people have to pay child support and they have already paid child support. And sometimes certain things get messed up, certain things happen, and sometimes people be lying. Olivia, he's not lying. This is not one of those cases, ma'am. I remember my father was telling me about this guy that he worked with back in the day. And this man was paying, he was taking his child hand over mouth. Y'all hear me? He was just like, hey, I don't want to go to court. Whatever you need, even if you need something for yourself, I don't care who you talk to, I don't care who you see. I will pay for it, but don't take me to court because number one, you're gonna get less. But I'm willing to give you more. I just don't want them in my business. I will put the kid on my healthcare card. The man went and did that. He gave her the healthcare card. He was like, well, he asked the woman, do you need insurance? She said, yes. He goes and puts her on his insurance. Do y'all hear me? This man goes and put her on his insurance. He gives her the card, insurance card. This man, every Friday he got paid. He paid all of his bills. He'll call her and say, hey, I'm coming over at such and such time. Bring her the money, cash money. He didn't get no receipts. He didn't get nothing. You know what I mean? He was just going off her word. He would give her whatever money he had. You know what I mean? Whatever he had left over. He didn't have a life. Whatever he had left over after he made nice money. Whatever he had left over after his bills, he just gave them all to her. He said, look, I'm giving you all this. You already know how much I make. I showed you. This is what it is, because they was together. So she knew how much she made. He said, look, just take this. He didn't cheat on her. He didn't do nothing. It didn't work out, right? And so he gave her everything after he paid all his bills. And he would get the kid for her to go out and kick it or do whatever she want to do. He'll keep the kid for her. 2 years later, she takes him to child support. Y'all heard me? He was still paying. And she got less than what he gave her. And he wound up have to pay back pay. And he had married somebody else, got married. They got married. He had 4 children with his new wife. And he still was giving her the same amount, still had her own insurance. He had gotten a second job. And he was in the Iraq war. He was in one of these wars, okay? Long story short, y'all, she's trying to take him to court to get the second check, the second job. So lo and behold, y'all, he wind up offing himself. So I know. So just something about that story, and it's a true story, by the way. Something about that story just don't sit well with me. And it says a lot about these type of women who just lie. And I can't stand that. If a person is taking care of their child, leave them alone. Leave them alone. Let them take care of their child. Let them be a father or a mother. Don't all this back and forth stuff is on social media or in general. It's not necessary. I believe in a lawyer. I believe if it gets to this point where you have to talk to them, I would not do it. I would not deal with Olivia. We'll be right on that court app, and I would not respond to none of this nonsense she's talking about. Only time I would say it would be yes, no, no, no. Okay? And if it got too indignant or ugly, my lawyer will be called and we will be right back at court, and she would get tired of keep going to court with me because I would have my lawyer on retainer to the point where I would just pay my lawyer in advance for your stupid ass when you got to be crazy, and I would just take your ass in there and hem you up on so much shit that you wouldn't keep effing with me. And this is one of those situations.
So that's what I did. That's what Liv always did. I always took my kids and took them on shopping sprees, especially when I.
Oh shit. Olivia, you have never taken your children on shopping sprees. You've taken them to Salvation Army and gave them raggedy clothes. Olivia, you was never buying clothes like that for those children. Jariah has always bought clothes for those children. Okay. Jariah would go and get their hair done for them when y'all lived together, Olivia, and he would go and take them to go get their hair done because you knew you wasn't doing it, Olivia. You would just be sitting around. You didn't clean up. That's why I understand. I'm a stay-at-home mom. One thing about these stay-at-home mommies here on the YouTube streets, they don't do shiggity. You understand what I'm saying? Do y'all know I'm running a business? Before I had this before I had this third healing center that I had that second one. I was there. I used to be there. I used to be doing my thing, coming home, cooking, cleaning. I'm homeschooling, taking care of husband, taking care of son. It's a lot that I have to do. I still have to run my businesses. Clients call me. I don't be sitting around on damn YouTube like that. Hell. And these mommies don't do shit with their life. They don't have no degrees. They don't have well, Jasmine do, but they don't have no education. They're not trying to do nothing in life. They don't have a field that they in besides YouTube. Like, Liv, what is your aspiration and your goals? What do you want to be when you grow up?
I got a big lump sum of money. My kids came first. If I didn't take them to go do shopping sprees, mommy went and mommy bought them a big bunch of bags.
Olivia, no, you didn't. I had to fast forward this.
And I'm like shocked at the way you're playing. That's weird. That's weird ass.
Well, Olivia, but you been playing the game the whole time. And while you at that Walmart, get your ass about that Walmart car. That car. Take your ass in that Walmart and go buy the little girl's shoes and settle and just keep it moving. Like, when you are a real parent, that's why you should stop lying and say you're a single mom, because you're not. You're a single mom of those other two. You are a babysitter of these three. While you're sitting up here saying that you're a single mother, that's not really single mothering. As a single mom, we don't complain about what somebody ain't doing or what they are doing. We just go handle our business. We go handle business. We stand on business. Ain't that what T.I.'s son said? He said we stand on business. And that's what we do as mothers. We stand on business. I don't wait for my husband to get a check, to get his check or to tap into our savings or to whatever, to go and get our son something. I don't say, hey, honey, I don't wait on him. Now, he might reimburse me or he might say, hey, I want to add to it or whatever the case is, but I don't wait. I go do it because that's just as much as my son it is his son. And he don't wait on me to go do for our son. You know what I mean? He don't be like, well, I'm gonna wait for you to get your little money from your businesses. No, he'd be like, well, what the little boy need? I'm like, well, he need blah, blah, blah. Guess what he do? Go do it. That's not what real parenting does. Real parent doesn't worry about what the other person doing. The real parent just goes and do it. They don't open up their mouth. They don't complain. It's nothing being said. Now, you might have that little conversation with your mama about what Gerard ain't doing or whatever, but you just go do it. They live with him. So that's kind of what happens. That's what happens in a lot of cases when your children are at your house, and that's normal, Olivia. Children have clothes at both parents' house. That's normally what happens. The child will have certain clothes over your house. and the parent will have the other parent will have some of the clothes at their house, right? They're all their main clothes, but they will have clothes for you to wear. You know what I'm saying? Don't that make sense?
Shit, bro. That's weird ass shit. Like my kids should have like at least they go to a school where they have to have uniforms. They should have at least 3 pairs of shoes that support you should be providing for the children.
Olivia, you're not even paying child support. Only reason why Gerard did get some money, Olivia, is because they took your taxes allegedly. That's what's being said. Okay. How you gonna tell? How do you know how their school situation works when you've never bought them much of anything, and the stuff that you buy them is from raggedy, is from you buy the most raggedy stuff. You instead of buying them stuff when they had when you was giving buying Kalani all that stuff, why didn't you buy your children stuff too? They need clothes also. It's not just about that little baby girl. Hell, the little boy don't even hardly have no clothes. You buy him bullshit.
Children. Handle it.
I don't want. Are you a man, mouse, or a mother? Like, what are you? Aren't you a mother? Why he gotta handle it? Ain't you the mother? You just you like to say, well, we share custody, bitch. Where? How do y'all share custody when you're not paying for him to share? When you're not paying your child support, and when you're not making sure that your children have. You know, Olivia, and then when somebody try to tell your little dumb ass something, you got a nasty attitude. Like, girl, I don't think you don't understand. That's how I know you're not a mother, because you don't understand things. As a mother, you go handle business. You stand 10 toes down. You stand on business. You stand on business. When you say, I've been using that word all day today, by the way. I've been using 2 words today: stand on business and 10 toes down. You just go handle your business. You don't like trip off of it. You just go, oh, they need some new shoes. Okay. Let me find out. You don't even know what size the little shoe the little girl wear, do you? You know, why don't you just go get them awesome shoes, Olivia? Oh, well, I don't have any money, but I would have gotten it. I would have borrowed it from someone if I had a known. So you don't look at their feet? You're another Nakia dog. You sit up here acting like, yeah, you just don't look at people's feet. Are you serious? So you don't look at your child? I have to look at my son because I know he be showing out. It's been a couple of times where I didn't realize that he forgot his glasses or he forgot to put oil on his face and he was walking around looking like powder dough. And I had to go. And I was like, oh, well, we're in a position where I had to go to the store and grab some stuff for his face. You know what I mean? Because he just forgot to put lotion on. And I would pay, he put oil on his face. And I forgot to tell him, because we was rushing. That's what happens when you're rushing. And it just doesn't make sense, Olivia. You are her mother. You're supposed to make sure that she's okay. You're supposed to be the nurturer. That's the point of a mother. You're too busy worried about what Gerard and Tanisha's doing over at their house. You hate him. You hate them more than you love your children.
Period. Handle it.
That's both of
Heather.
our responsibility. That's your responsibility. And Tanisha, that to be honest with you, she doing way more than the fuck I would do. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not doing all that shit to somebody else's kid. That's your responsibility. I'm sorry. I would love, and y'all not even married. I'm not doing all that. I do a little something. I think by nature, of course you don't want no child struggling. Of course you're gonna be the ear to listen to, and of course you're gonna help them get dressed and things like that. But she overdoes it. She is doing the things that you're supposed to be doing as a mother without complaints. She is hands down a good stepmother. she deserves an Academy Award for all the stuff that she do for your own children, Olivia. And you mean to, I'm not saying, Olivia, you should be like, yeah, thank you very much. I'm not saying you should do that. I'm not even telling you to do that because, again, I mean, y'all had a situation. I understand why you don't like her. I understand why she don't like you. Y'all have a right not to like each other. Y'all shouldn't like each other, right? But what I'm saying is that y'all putting too much pressure on Antonesia. I don't think nobody said this. Y'all just been like, well, most people say, well, yeah, she do a lot and she's a good woman. I do think she's a good woman. It's not that. But what I'm saying is that, like, I'm just saying, this is a lot of pressure for somebody that don't have no children. She ain't got no children. And so she doing everything and Gerard fixed. Oh, hell no. I mean, I don't know if she want children or not. But if she do want children, Gerard better get reversed immediately. Okay? Immediately. Because this girl is like a fucking a Mary J. Poppins some damn body, damn Mary Teresa, somebody, Mary Agnes, doing all this stuff. She doing way too much stuff. And what is her rewards, yo? But whatever. I'm just having real conversation. Nobody want to have this real conversation. People just want to act like I'm tripping. I'm not tripping. I'm just telling y'all the truth. What I see with my third eye.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. But I'm not even going to get into that because that's not my business. I don't give a fuck what's on his feet. I could care less. I care what's on my kids.
Well, apparently you do care about what's on his feet because you wouldn't even brought that up. So let's go there. You saying the same old shit over and over.
It never got him back. I'm not complaining though because it's nothing.
So you already know what it is, Olivia. Okay, so basically what she just said, because I can only listen to her for so long, y'all. So basically what she's saying is that he don't like sending her the clothes over there that he buy, and he feels like she probably try to keep them, and he be sending them over there not looking like how they normally would look. I don't blame him. But Olivia, it's up to you as their mother to buy them some stuff that maybe they could wear. And what you could possibly do, I mean, if you want to be like that, and if you're concerned about not getting the clothes back, Olivia, then what you do is the clothes that they came in with, you just stop off and you just have them to stop and get them, put those clothes on, and then just drop them back off, right? To where you drop them off at, right? So if you're worried about that, but apparently he's worried about that. And I mean, Olivia, if you wasn't so ornery, baby, I could have a normal situation, but it's too much orneriness, bitterness, and Gerard is a little petty, a little bit. And it's not funny because it does affect the children, like, but I mean, it is what it is. But it's kind of an environment you created, Olivia. So, I mean, do I blame him? No, but I mean, the children do kind of have to take a hit on it, though. I mean, just being honest.
To get my fucking ass up, go buy I bought a new iPad for her. I bought a new this for her. When I had them and I was doing my thug this.
Boy, you remind me of Natalie Nunn. I run LA, I run LA, I run LA, I run LA. Okay, Olivia. When you was in your thorough thizzle, you've been over here at the Crystal Palace a lot, haven't you? Mm-hmm. Girl, what you do is nothing. Girl, you think how you weren't even nowhere near what Gerard do for those children. You never did. Like, what you talking about? You expect him to jump through loops and do everything that you don't even do yourself for your own children, for none of your children. Not even your favorite Kaylani.
Without you trying to fucking ruin me and take my money and do this, because that's what he.
Well, Olivia, how's he trying to ruin you by asking for child support? That's what's owed to him. I mean, Olivia, it's the same way when you owe a creditor. I mean, I hate to say it like this, but when you owe a creditor, guess what you got to do? You got to either pay, or if it depends on what type of creditor, you can get anywhere. You can get a garnishment set. So when you have certain things, any income coming in, it's going straight to that garnishment. If you have tax refund, which we see in this case is happened already, so you should understand how this works, right? You like a baby mama energy, right? You're a permanent baby mama. You're not a wife for real. I mean, he was foolish to wife you, honestly, but that's just my opinion. But you like a baby mama. You like a straight baby mama. You're not really a wife though, for real. You're not wifey material. You just was a wife in the sense of he married your ass, but you wasn't wifey material. So the point is, it's like you can't expect him to do all of these great wonders of the world, to be the eighth wonder of the world like China. You know what I mean? Lift every single bound. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's super Gerard. No, bitch. He's not getting ready to do none of that. The bottom line is, and why the fuck should he? What have you done lately? What have you done for your children lately? Besides go to Salvation Army. I'm talking about really buying that bullshit from Five Below and Dollar Store and the rest of that bullshit. When have you legitimately bought your children something of substance that they can use, that they can either wear, that they have now, or something they can wear and or do or education wise? When the last time you done that, Olivia? I'll wait. I answer. Let me answer for you, bitch. Nowhere.
He's doing. And it's okay. Let's call a spade a spade. Come on.
You don't know
That's it,
about
and
no
that's all.
spade. All you do is sit around and thinking that you're gonna use your white skin to pull people. And for real, the way I see it, I think you're working on your next baby, as a matter of fact. Anytime she open her mouth, a dick pops up. I'm sorry, an eggplant pops in her mouth. That's all that happens. It's like, why the fuck? I mean, I'm sorry. I'm getting tired and I get to talking crazy. I am sleepy. Every time she get to talking crazy, a effing eggplant jumps out of her mouth like bloop. And she's like, "What did that get there for?" She don't even talk. She just open her mouth and the one either is flying out or going in. Okay, y'all, let me wrap this up. This is some bullshit. You know, how you doing, Passion? Welcome to the Mickey Flicky Palace. Dr. A, she's home now, getting the hair done. Is she her is her now her responsibility? To me, that's how I see it. Who's doing Robin's at home. Yeah, because they weren't finna do her hair. They weren't finna get her hair done while she going over Olivia house so Olivia could just take it down. She would make more she would make me like lay hands on her. I don't mean to pray. Oh my God. And I don't mean pray either, huh? Oh my God, she couldn't talk to me like this. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But they got places like for her in hell, you know. It is what the hell it is. It's like, babe, ain't nobody playing with you. I mean, I just wouldn't deal with her. I would get a lawyer. I would really probably go for terminating rights. I wouldn't deal with her like that. I'm just being honest. I would make her life would be a miserable living hell messing around with me. It wouldn't be the other way around. Well, we are Taurus. We wouldn't stand for this. She would be scared. She would be scared to walk out her door messing around with us. Messing around with a Taurus male, but I don't know what zodiac Gerard is. But one day I'm gonna have to do a zodiac on these mommies. I'm gonna do a zodiac. I'm gonna tell you how they are zodiac wise. I'm gonna do because I know Jasmine is a Virgo, and I have a lot of Virgos in here, and y'all gonna be mad at me when I talk about the Virgos. And Olivia is what, a Cancer or something. Hell, one minute somebody told me she was a Cancer. Somebody told me she's a Pisces. I don't know. This bitch is probably water. They giving her a test and she's self sabotaging herself. Yeah, she's definitely self sabotaging herself, and it's gonna be what it is in a minute. I'm trying to tell you, she gonna be sitting up in that jail. She gonna be sitting up like my father would talk. How my father talk, he'd be like, she gonna be sitting up in that jailhouse. Trying to tell you, trying to figure out. Stella gonna be trying to cram to get up out of there, trying to borrow money or call her mama to send her money to get Olivia up out of there because she gonna have her ass right sitting up in that jail. Ain't nobody playing with her. and she should get locked up. She ain't handling her business. I mean, what the hell? Everybody else, if it was a man, everybody be like, yeah, 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 send that ninja to jail, send that ninja to jail. But when it's a female, y'all want to talk all that biz, all that mess. And this girl's literally, it's not even a thing where she trying to pay this, y'all. Y'all know Olivia not trying to pay no child support. She not handling her business on purpose, y'all. She purposely tanked her channel so she didn't have to, so she can get low wages and they wouldn't have to take her income or whatever. I mean, she could have been, y'all, whatever. Y'all are always trying to have sympathy for this witch. Um, if she really wanted those children back, she wouldn't have had more. Exactly. And then that's another thing, Passion. Nobody told this hoe to have more children. That's her fault that she don't have no damn money. Well, why the hell would you think you gonna be a effective mother if you can't afford your children? That's a part of responsibility. If you can't afford your damn children, then they don't need to be there full time anyway. They need to cut back on them business then until you can get your money right. Okay? Until you get your money right, the children need to be with their father. But he probably need a break too, though. You know what I mean? Everybody need a break. I mean, who the hell gonna be sitting around the children the whole damn time and not have a damn break? Hell, everybody need a damn break. Hell, we all need breaks, right? At some point. Shit, it's 67 degrees. It's gonna be 60. Oh hell no, it's gonna be cold in there Hill and Center tomorrow. I'm gonna take this heater so they can come cut this heat off. They ain't even give me a time, y'all. I'm gonna be there all damn day without no damn heat. I'm gonna take this heater. Hell, that's what she can't afford. She mad at herself. All right, girl, she don't give a damn. She don't get no damn. She okay with not affording because she don't want to pay him. She don't want to give him the money. That's what it really is. It all boils down. She messed all this stuff up just so she didn't have to pay him. Just being evil. You understand what I'm saying? Just because she wanted to. It ain't because she could. She could have afforded it if she hadn't messed up her channel. But she purposely shrank down her channel and shrank all this shit down so she didn't have to pay Gerard that child support. That's all it was. That's all it was, and this is what happened. So I mean, she gotta read what she saw. Shit, she called on this shit. Nobody did this to her, but she did this to herself. And when she really becomes a real woman, and I doubt that very seriously anytime soon, because she is the devil, Satan's spawn. Okay, she's not there. She will constantly and forever, for always and forever, will make excuses. It looks like a dream to me that Olivia won't get her dreams crushed. And she was just constantly, and it's like nobody in the world would take her seriously. She might find her a nice little sugar daddy, some old ninja, or some old white man, or something that ain't doing shiggity with his life, and she probably try to Nicole Simpson him, and get with him, and his daughter or son will be fighting her in court, so she won't get none of that money. That's about the best she got. That's about the best she can do. You hear me? That's about the best she can do. Yeah, he needs the social worker to do a pick up and drop off. She's not safe, right? Shoot, she be done paid a hit. Yeah, she be done pay somebody to handle him. I'm trying to tell you, and she the type of person she wouldn't even care about her children being in the car. But that's just me. I wouldn't be dealing with her. I would get me an attorney, and I will get that in writing that I'm no way for my mental health. I will not be dealing with her for my mental health. I'll be like, look, she they mother. I'm not talking to her. She can talk to this court app, and I'm not talking to her. Period. Until it's emergency or something like that. And I wouldn't even deal with. I would probably deal with her mother or something. I mean, he could probably tolerate her mother more than he could her. But I don't know. Stella come across like an evil wench too. But let me go ahead and go, y'all. Because my energy is passion. My energy is like, I got to get up early in the morning and go handle my business. You know what I mean? But I'm excited about this business. Yes, this definitely makes her look unstable, failing the test. They already know she unstable, but that's gonna be on her. That's gonna be on her when that's gonna be on her. Oop, where the comments at? Right there. Okay, that's gonna be on her when they take them visitations back down, or they limit them even less than what she was getting them. You know what I mean? But that's gonna be on her. That ain't my life. She wanna live my life, but she can't. You know. Let me go on up off of you. I'll talk to y'all later.
You say that I should probably
Oh yeah, and by the way, y'all, I tried to do that personality earlier with y'all. I tried to do the little slick pimp from the 70s, but I couldn't do it, y'all. I was laughing too hard. I had a whole strip written out. I took time and organized it, and I'm telling y'all, it was good to be funny. But I can't do it because I was laughing so hard that my husband was looking at me like, "What the hell are you doing?" I couldn't do it because he was looking at me like I was crazy. And he's halfway tired. He's like, "Man, what are you doing?" Like, and I had to do it another day. Um, I'll do it when it's more people up in here and we laughing. But I would do it next time. I will set aside something and I'll put these different personalities in here, and then the different personalities will be battling each other, and y'all would really probably think I'm nuts, but I mean it's just jokes, you know. But anyway, y'all, thanks for coming.
You say that I should probably start to walk away. I'm hoping that you stop and make me have to stay, cause I'm floating in your orbit. Yeah, I'm stuck in your space. It's my luck.